What if the biggest difference between people who build wealth and people who stay stuck isn't money at all? What if it's already happening inside your head, quietly, long before the bank balance changes? Financial outcomes lag mindset shifts by 5 to 10 years. That means people often start thinking like wealthy individuals years before they look wealthy. So if you've ever felt out of place around flashy spenders, if you've ever delayed a purchase even when you could afford it, if you've ever thought, this doesn't feel smart long term, you might already be thinking like a rich person without realizing it. And today I'm going to show you 10 quiet signs that prove it. Stay till the end, because the last sign is the one most people miss, and it's the difference between potential wealth and actual wealth. If you're serious about building wealth and breaking free from money problems, hit that subscribe button. We've got powerful content lined up to fuel your journey. Sign 1. You feel uncomfortable impressing people you don't know. At some point, something strange happened. You stopped feeling excited about showing off, not because you became boring, but because it started feeling pointless. You noticed how easy it is to buy approval for a few seconds and how expensive it becomes over years. The moment you realize that a 900 phone or a 60,000 car only impresses people who forget you by next week, your thinking shifted. Many fall into the trap of confusing respect with recognition. They believe looking successful will eventually make them successful. So they finance lifestyles instead of building balance sheets. But when you start asking, who is this really for? Before spending, that's a quiet upgrade happening inside your brain. You begin choosing internal peace over external applause. You start valuing financial silence. You'd rather be underestimated than stressed. Later in this video, you'll see how this same thinking quietly rewires how you approach time itself. You think in decades, not weekends. There's a subtle shift that happens when someone starts thinking like a wealthy person. They stop asking, "Can I afford this?" and start asking, "Is this still worth it in 5 years?" You begin playing a longer game. You notice how most people design their lives around weekends, vacations, and short bursts of pleasure, while ignoring the next 10,000 days of consequences. Here's a number that changes perspective. Investing $500 a month at an average market return compounds into over $1 million in about 30 years. Most people know this math. Very few feel it emotionally. When you start feeling the weight of future outcomes in today's decisions, that's not anxiety, that's maturity. Most people delay long-term thinking because it feels boring. But what they don't realize is that long-term thinking buys freedom while short-term thinking rents excitement. You begin noticing patterns. You notice how habits compound faster than motivation. You notice how consistency quietly beats intensity. And here's the psychological twist. When your mind shifts to decades, impatience starts disappearing. You stop rushing success because you finally understand its timeline. You feel more curious than envious. Something else changes quietly. Instead of feeling jealous when someone succeeds, you feel curious. You don't ask, why them? You ask, how did they structure that? This is a massive mental upgrade. When you think like a rich person, envy loses its grip because it offers no data. Curiosity, on the other hand, gives you a blueprint. You start reverse engineering outcomes instead of resenting them. You notice how income scales when value scales. You notice how leverage beats effort. You notice how boring decisions repeated daily beat dramatic decisions taken once. Most people block their own growth because envy makes them emotionally defensive. Curiosity makes you mentally flexible. And that flexibility becomes dangerous, in a good way. Because once curiosity replaces envy, learning accelerates. And accelerated learning always shows up as income later. Keep this in mind because the next sign is where curiosity turns into discipline. You respect boring consistency more than exciting wins. At some point, flashy success stops impressing you. You stop chasing big wins and start respecting small habits that survive time. You realize something counterintuitive. Consistency doesn't feel powerful, but it creates power. Most people want the adrenaline of sudden breakthroughs. They ignore the reality that wealth is usually built through dull, repeatable actions done when no one is watching. Here's the math people underestimate. An extra 1% improvement per day compounds into a 37x improvement over a year, but the brain hates gradual progress because it lacks drama. When you start valuing boring systems over exciting moments, you're thinking like a long-term builder. You automate savings. You invest even when markets feel boring. You track progress even when motivation disappears. And here's the psychological edge. Boring consistency removes emotional decision-making. It protects you from yourself. Sign 5. You've stopped letting money decisions define your self-worth. Something quietly changes the day money stops feeling personal. A bad financial decision no longer makes you feel like a failure. A good one doesn't inflate your ego either. You begin seeing money as information, not identity. People emotionally attach their self-respect to outcomes. If an investment drops, they feel stupid. If income dips, they feel behind. That emotional fusion is dangerous because it makes people defensive instead of adaptable. When your thinking shifts toward wealth, you separate who you are from what happened. You become flexible instead of fragile. You can exit something without needing to be right. You can admit a mistake without spiraling. You can change strategy without feeling embarrassed. That emotional neutrality is rare and incredibly profitable. Behavioral finance research shows people who detach ego from money decisions outperform emotional decision makers by a significant margin over time, not because they predict better, but because they adjust faster. Here's the quiet power in that shift. When ego steps out of the room, learning walks in. Risk no longer feels like a monster. It feels like a lever. At some point, fear stops dominating your financial choices. You don't rush into things recklessly, but you also don't freeze. You begin understanding something most people never do. Avoiding risk completely is itself a long-term risk. People who think poorly about money see risk as danger. People who think well about money see risk as something that can be measured, limited, and positioned. Here's a stat that reframes everything. Over long periods, staying out of productive assets has historically destroyed purchasing power far more reliably than market volatility ever has. When your thinking matures, you stop asking, "Is this risky?" You start asking, "What's the downside, and is it survivable?" You diversify instead of betting. You size exposure instead of going all in. You think in probabilities, not emotions. Wealth-minded people design situations where one good outcome can outweigh multiple small losses. Sign 7. You'd rather upgrade skills than upgrade appearances. There's a moment when buying things stops giving the same satisfaction. You start noticing how temporary lifestyle upgrades feel and how permanent skill upgrades become. Instead of asking, "What can I buy next?" you begin asking, "What can I learn that pays me back repeatedly?" A skill that increases your income by even $800 per month is worth well over $250,000 across a working lifetime. But most people avoid skill investment because the return isn't instant or visible. There's no applause for learning quietly. When you start thinking like a wealthy person, you're willing to look ordinary now to become unstoppable later. You invest in things that expand earning ability. You choose competence over consumption. You delay rewards without feeling deprived. And here's the hidden advantage. Skills compound silently. Income catches up later. This patience gives you emotional stability, which becomes obvious when chaos hits. Financial turbulence doesn't shake you the way it used to. Market drops, news headlines scream, people panic, and somehow you don't. Not because you're emotionless, but because you understand cycles. You've internalized the idea that instability is normal, not a signal to self-destruct. People react to short-term noise because they don't zoom out. They let fear decide timing, and fear is a terrible advisor. When your thinking upgrades, you pause before reacting. You gather information. You remind yourself of historical patterns. You focus on positioning rather than prediction. Here's a powerful truth. People who stay calm during uncertainty consistently outperform those who chase certainty. Calm creates clarity. Clarity leads to better decisions. And this emotional regulation spills into your life beyond money, especially how you protect your mental energy. You've started choosing mental peace over constant stimulation. You stop glorifying exhaustion. You stop confusing being busy with being effective. You realize that clarity is expensive and distraction is cheap. Wealth-focused thinking values long-term mental health because decision quality depends on it. Chronic stress leads to impulsive spending, poor planning, and emotional shortcuts. When your thinking matures, you design life to support focus. You protect sleep. You reduce unnecessary noise. You avoid chaos that looks exciting but drains energy. This calm isn't laziness, it's strategic. Because when your mind is steady, your choices compound faster. And that steady mind leads directly into the final shift, the one that turns thinking into outcomes. You've accepted full responsibility without self-blame. This is the quietest shift and the most powerful. You stop outsourcing responsibility. You don't deny reality. You don't ignore systemic challenges, but you fully own your response to them. Blame disappears, not because everything is fair, but because blame offers no leverage. Responsibility does. When your thinking aligns with wealth, you stop waiting to be rescued by luck, timing, or permission. You adjust habits instead of complaining. You change strategies instead of repeating patterns. You play the hand you're dealt with intelligence instead of resentment. This mindset doesn't make life easy, but it makes progress inevitable. And that's the real difference. Wealth doesn't start in the bank. It starts in how you think when no one is watching. Your income may not reflect it yet, but mindset always arrives first. Keep refining it, keep playing the long game, and let time do what it always does for disciplined thinkers. Take a moment to consider, did this content resonate with you? If even one concept sparked inspiration or clarity, share your thoughts. Subscribe to stay updated, and share is a step toward building a stronger community of growth-minded people. Be part of it. If you're curious about how frugal living redefining new rich, that's exactly what I cover in the next video. See you there.